Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the Virginia Cavaliers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Demon Deacons will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Virginia's offense will have the football first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Goes to the option. Breaks into the open. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Makes the grab. It's Ross. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to pass, it's Morris. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Punt is in the air. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The sure hands, it's Claiborne. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. 3rd down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense. Scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. QB draw. Got enough for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Morris. Fires to the middle. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Ennis.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Claiborne. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Demon Deacons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's a heat. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Morris. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Harris. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Just enough time to get off one more snap. To the air on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
Cavaliers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. The Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Snagged out of the air. They'll line up for a second down play. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barnes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Got it in the middle, it's Hernandez. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Demon Deacons are rolling down the field. Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle, it's Mays. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. The give and tick, 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 tick. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Demon Deacons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Demon Deacons really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Missouri is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 34 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Morris. Finds the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing to do at this point of the season to get this thing turned around? A lot of tough and real conversations are going to have to take place.
And this is when the coaches really make their money, right? How can I get my kids to focus when I know there's probably not a lot to play for down the road? So let's win every game.